A pleasant good night to each and every one of you in Georgetown, Guyana. Last night I done a video called Beyond the Future, which we all want changes. And yes, I explained certain things, asking some questions. But let me say one thing, if it offend any lawmakers or any hidden criminals, I apologize to it. But I want you all to understand the way I feel, because you all are parents like me. And no parents would not allow, or no natural human who are thinking wise would allow people to attack their family because we speak our mind. We didn't thief, we didn't sell drugs, we didn't money laundering, we didn't cause a problem for nobody. If you believe in the teaching of Muhammad, Jesus, and others, then we are doing what we came to do as humanity. But if it offends the criminals and others who think they are very educated, I apologize, but there is a God, and judgment shall fall upon every man's door, but the curse of the wicked shall fall upon their children and their grandchildren, said the Bible, not me. So let me deal with what is right here. Why we need changes. Why every time in Guyana of an election, it must be a coalition, and when done, you collate with them, they kick you out. Under the late Fars Barnum in the 1966, before independence, Digar collated with 7 seats. Barnum Party, PNC had 18, UF had 7, PPP 22, and there was a coalition. And Dr. Jagan rejected Digar when Digar went to him. So he had no choice but to join Barnum. As you know, Georgetown Indian was afraid for their life and others because the PNC supporter, who happens to be 99.9% blacks, was looting, burning, and doing what they have to do because that's our history. We cannot change it, but we can correct it. Even though the Highlanders are the one who do the killing and other things in Mackenzie, who was placed in Haichuni and Madhya. Ladies and gentlemen, why hide the truth when it must come up? But yet we talk about a God that we don't see. And we swear on the good book called the Bible, but yet we are doing wrong. I want to make it clear. After the coalition with Digar and Burnham, not long after he was finance minister, Digar, he was forced to leave and he gave it to a man named Mr. Singh, Fedland Singh, who do the same thing, and he went through trouble because when you collate with somebody, the party who feel that they are the head control everything. So you are only a rubber stamp as a coalition. Then we see it now with the WPA, AFC, and many other parties, Justice for All and others, and still PNC head are still in control. But that's not my business. What is my business? We are all Guyanese. And we should learn to respect one another's boundary. You with your party have a right to speak, PPP have a right to speak, and others have a right to speak. But both parties come together and give pressure on every other one. I call upon all small parties to come together quick. Unite for the future of your generation. All small parties. I know all of you who are chiefs wanted to be president. You can only have one president, and chiefs, you have to have chiefs who think. So if you love Guyana, all the small parties come together. Don't join the rest because you become a rubber stamp. Right now, AFC got problem with APNU of joining the coalition, and they got a lot of coalition talk and whatever. WPA may be the same, but David Hines better think it over. Now, I'm not challenging nobody. No crime that happened will go unnoticed, and no crime will be hidden. All man and woman who committed shall and will be tried for this crime. Even the Walter Rodney trial shall come back. Everything we shall open up the Pandora box. So I call upon you, Mr. David Granger, to do what is honorable for the country and the people. You have 2 parties. One was voted out of no confidence. Where is the third party? Who's the United Republican Party? If anybody should have successfully hold the leadership of the country, should have been the URP with Mr. Vishnu Bandhu. But where is Bandhu? It was URP brought Jimmy Carter into Guyana in the 1990s. Where is Bandhu? Is he hiding behind? It should be APNO PPP. If there's a dispute between the two of them, then the only referee, ladies and gentlemen, should be the URP. But then, All of them break the law because they are citizens of foreign country. So none should not be there. So we should have find somebody, pull it out of a bag, and whoever come up, sit there. Or we get an organization to hold it until general election. But that's a different story. So I call upon David Granger and other lawmakers to look into every problem that offend innocent people. Because always remember, nothing lasts forever. The Shah of Iran, Saddam of Iraq, Gaddafi of Libya, Somoza of Nicaragua, Pinochet and Allende's to reach us over to Chile. Think of it. Morales in Bolivia, and many other leaders. I will continue naming them all and I will touch the alphabet. So before we get into that and hate each other, why not we do the right thing and collate with the party who concerned about Guyana, change Guyana. But we need the Amerindian to be the Prime Minister candidate because it's his country. He can represent Guyana along the territory, the border of dispute. An Indian cannot do it. A black cannot do it. A Portuguese Chinese cannot do it. It's the indigenous people can do it. I would have liked him to be the presidential candidate, but he don't have the finance and he don't have the population. So I will agree that Change Guyana, the owner of Change Guyana, the man who started out, be the presidential candidate, followed by the Amerindian as prime ministerial candidate, followed by some others down the road, a Douglas, a Chinese, a Portuguese, until we get a solution. And the constitution have to change. And every Guyanese must be given land so they can own their own house and give money as the oil reserve money start to come in to build housing for the poor people. Because Guyana, you need to wake up. It's not about black man Guyana, coolie Guyana. It is about all Guyanese. And then we can go forward and make our country proud. I congratulate the black race for representing Guyana international community in the Olympic, running, boxing, and many other things. And that is what Guyana need to go forward, not to stick in the middle and run back and play Indian and black people politics. That's for India and Africa, not us. So wake up, my fellow brothers and sisters. Be united for a better cause. All civil servants, from the postman to the teachers to the police to the army, must be given land to build their house if they have none, and money to help them. And those who have also must get some money. That's all I can say. That's the kind of government I want. And no president must be above the law. No lawmakers must be above the law. What goes for Aubrey, it must go for Cebu. That's the name of the game. So that's the country we want, so we can be respectful and go forward in the past and not to repeat the past. Let's go forward with one hand together and put Guyana forward, for that is the only country. Forget India and Africa, because the Portuguese and Chinese don't talk about where they come from. Thank you and have a good night.